wanna go in the library and do it?
Ice water turn Atlantic. Night calling in a phantom. Told them, hold it, don't you panic. Took an island, left the mansion. Drop the roof, more expansion. Drive a coupe, you can stand it. Bridges on the
So I haven't made a video in a minute. Mainly because I've been too busy like partying, just like going to throwbacks and like flingers and like thingers and like all sorts of things. But recently I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I thought I should make a video about it. So what my existential crisis has really come down to was trying to find this balance between being content and striving to do a lot of work. I mean, obviously the choice is like you should be working hard at your passion and following your dreams, and like I mean that's what they always say, but I have two conflicting problems with this. A, I have no idea what the hell I'm passionate about, and B, what if I just had a chill ass life? I'll break it down into two parts and go from there. Well, I don't really know what I'm passionate about, and I feel like the root of this problem and where it has stemmed from was throughout all of high school. My biggest goal was getting into University of Michigan. It was like my top priority, and I thought once I make it in there, like I'm set, I'm done, like I've made it basically. Which isn't a bad goal necessarily because it's a great university, but I wish I would have spent more time trying to find what I'm passionate about rather than focusing and directing all of my energy on trying to get into college, trying to get good grades, trying to do all this and like all sorts of that kind of thing. Now when I say I'm not passionate about anything, that's not necessarily true. Let me break college down into these three components to help better conceptualize what I'm trying to say here. There's free time, schoolwork, and sleep. Now if you're able to balance all three of these things, you'd be chilling. But the way that I guess have managed my time and just partly being lazy, I feel like I've been only able to choose two at a time. Now sleep is not comparable, so that goes out of the equation. Now I'm left between free/fun time stuff and schoolwork. Now there's obviously a balance that you could do here, but I don't know. I feel like I've just been able to choose one. And I feel like I haven't really had much time to focus on graphic design and making these videos, so that goes out of the equation. Now my two things have just been sleep and schoolwork. I mean, that's not everything I've been doing, but for the sake of the video. I guess what's just kind of scary is that I'm devoting all my energy into one thing. I'm full sending it into something I don't even know if I want to do for the rest of my life, which I guess is just kind of scary. And I started to convince myself that it was like fine that I was doing this, that like, oh, it's fine to study on the weekends, you're doing hard work and good work, things like that. Until one day in psych class, I felt like my professor was adding me. We were talking about incongruence, this idea that you're not true to yourself and you're not doing what you're passionate about, I guess, and this will and attempts to lead to self-actualization. And this example that he had was, you're not in touch with your feelings. Example, I enjoy studying on the weekends. And as soon as he said that, I was just like, whoa, like I need to take a step back, figure out what I need to do, and change it up a bit. So what if you just had a chill ass life? So I went to India a few years back, and I met one of my cousins that was the same age as me, and he decided not to go to college and run his dad's store, which was just like this CVS type grocery toiletry store type thing. And he, like, nobody wakes up and is like, I'm passionate about doing this, I want to do this the rest of my life. But he was like, the point is that he was just content with his life and he was happy, and day in, day out, he was doing what he needed to do. This goes to this other idea that one of my friends was talking to me about, was two extremes of the spectrum. Like, imagine a really poor person and they're sad and they're depressed because they're not doing what they're passionate about. But they can have the scapegoat or allocate their depression on something, on the fact that they don't have the resources, the means, the money to do what they want to do. But now imagine a really rich person and they're still not happy. Like, they have the resources and everything so that they can do whatever they want, that they're passionate about, but they still are unhappy, which I guess is kind of scary. That's why, but I feel like it's not the move just to be content with what you have and not strive for more, but just finding the balance between it. I guess that's just the point of this video, was trying to find this balance between work and being content. With all this being said, I'm gonna start to try to allocate more time in my day to doing things that I want to, like making these videos and designing more. Well, that was my rant, and I'm pretty sure everything I just said was BS, but I hope you enjoyed it.
Till I can't no more. I got the horses in the bag, horse stock is attached. Head is matted black, got the bushes black to match. Riding on a horse, you can whip your Porsche. I been in the valley, you ain't been up off that porch.